preserved my youth. Not only did it capture my goals, it told me the truth.
Conversate for a few, cause in a few.
I let them know we missing you. The love is unconditional.
Wave your hands across the land if we family.
We got a world premiere right here, now get lost.
So off we go, let the trumpets blow. And hold on, because the driver of the mission is a pro.
You know, warehouse, you got to find that. So when you talk about co-opting, look at rock and roll. When you think of rock and roll, who do you think of first as a black performer? Who do you think of first?
So when I think about rock and roll, just because I do have knowledge of this, I think about Chuck Berry.
Mm-hmm.
I think about Little Richard. When you fast forward into more of the heavy metal rock and roll, I would say Bad Brains, Living Color. That's what I would think.
And I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you real good. Okay. But you know who you don't think of? And it's a double whammy. You don't ever think of Sister Rosetta Tharpe, rather.
I never heard it. See, you educate me, man. That's why I got future Dr. Ernie Jackson on here. Because I've never heard of this sister. Come on, don't judge me now.
Look at me. I'm saying I think it's Tharpe. I'm not sure. I gotta look at it. But Sister Rosetta with the coat, with the white Gibson SG3 pickup, playing it. Sister Rosetta, you know?
Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Tharpe. Yep.
Oh, that's the beginning. She's holding court. She's a sister. She is a black woman with an electric guitar. Rolling. You know, Chuck, see, the reason I'm passionate about that, because like I said, it's the double whammy. A black woman.
Right.
You see?
Right.
And so that to me is the rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Chuck Berry and all that, you know, of course, that's what we see. That's what we're allowed to see. If you look at videos of Sister Rosetta playing and leading on guitar, it's incredible.
Yeah.
How could you not be inspired by that as a young person? Yeah.
Right. So listen, you gave me a lot of homework to do so far. And you know, it's crazy when we go back to it, which leads into my next question, because we're gonna get deep with this.
Let's go.
When you talk about white people, because we keep it black on this show, when you talk about white people using black music as resistance, you look at Miley Cyrus, you look at Kid Rock, you look at what's the other little boy? I even say this dude, and I can't stand him, Justin Timberlake. They start off being imitating our music, right? Because they know that black people drive the culture. We drive the culture for I'm talking about black Americans. We drive the culture for the whole globe. And once they're able to gain notoriety off of the culture and the art that we have created, then you see them going back to country western. Then you see them going back to, okay, I'm going back to my roots, right? Because they built their name off of our backs. And, you know, for me, there are a few artists who I believe respect the culture. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I do feel that Eminem shows some respect to the hip hop culture and to the people that brought hip hop to be what it is today. But I feel when we talk about gatekeepers, we need to gatekeep who performs our music and the shine that we get to them as well. I saw the OJs last year, and Eddie Levert, he's 80 something years old. He had a bout with long COVID. So he can't do the moves like they used to do, right? So when Eddie comes out, he'll walk out and he sits down, and he performs and he sings, right? And he says, listen, y'all, I can't do my moves like I used to. But if you want to see my moves, just go out to Vegas and look at Bruno Mars and Soul Sonic, because they stole all my shit, right? So it's the sanitized version it's the game plan that they've always put forward. And I think that we need to do a better job at gatekeeping who we allow to have access to our music. Because you see, when Beyonce put out country and western, they didn't want to give her no awards. They was like, oh, no. She's not country. She's not, even though we created country and western too, right?
Absolutely.
She's not country and western. So they had to try to find, when that little boy Little Nas X made that country western song, he had to go add Billy Ray Cyrus to it for them to allow him to be eligible for an award. So we have to do the same thing that they do to us.
It's odd. It's odd. I'm not a Beyonce person, and I'm going to say it out loud. I don't want to get found out by the Bajancy. That's my favorite.
It's the Beehive. It's the Beehive.
The Bajancy. Okay. And if you've never seen it, look it up. It's the funniest skit ever.
Okay.
But Beyonce defended herself, saying, "Look, I'm from Texas." Mm-hmm. That was her defense. I'm from Texas. What are you talking about? Okay. Charlie Pride. Like, come on, man.
Listen, you know? I'm gonna shout out my family member, my uncle Robert Bug. I call him Uncle Sonny. He could sing just like Charlie Pride. So, you know, Black people in country, it's always been a thing.
It's always been a thing. You should have seen when I went to Nashville in 1995 for the first time. I was asked to play on All-Star Guitar Night. And I went down there like, okay, they're going to try to do this to me, whatever. Oddly enough, I was embraced because, number one, not a flex, I was actually very good at playing guitar, okay? And I could hang with them. And these two white gentlemen, as country as they want to be, two of the heavy hitters in fingerstyle guitar, they said to me, man, we were waiting to see what you could do, and you are now our brother. Just like that. Mm. So sometimes, and I didn't do more than them because they were the top act, but what they saw was me not looking for a handout, just playing.
Yeah.
And Chet Atkins, if you know the name, when he saw me, he was in the audience that night. He saw me. And he was like, hey, what you got there, son? And I had a special guitar. And I got the picture on my wall over here. And I'm saying, like, music can do that, but it's a borderline with us, right? Is it because I'm that good that I was able to hang? Or was I way too good, better than they expected?
Yeah.
So that was something I always struggled with. But they said, nah, man, you're our brother. And you know what happened after that, Marvin?
What's that?
I would go to subsequent like shows with a friend of mine, like conventions, and people would come up to me, these other white gentlemen, hey, you're Ernie Jackson, right? Hey, do you got any CDs or something like that? And my friend who was white, he would be like, why do these people do this with you? You don't even play. You don't even have to. I said, dude, I was validated. Mm-hmm. I don't got to play no more. They know. If Buster and Tom told them Ernie Jackson's the shit, that's it.
So listen, you know? I want to get into your background so people know, because I think this is worthwhile of knowing. Let's start from the beginning. How did you get into music? You said, you play the guitar. I see all the production equipment behind you, but how did you get into music? How did it become something that you study and you now teach?
You want to? Okay, can I start off with the joke part and then the story?
You do whatever you want, brother.
I think the mailman was funky.
Okay, the mailman was funky.
My father, I'm 6'5". My father's 5'8", light skin. My mother is like 5'11". She's a scientist. My father was a player. I'm a college professor, musician. I don't know what happened, but all I know is that my grandparents raised me, and I just loved music for some reason. But I was always attracted to guitar, and I could never explain it. If I just saw a guitar, I just look at it. I'm like, what's that? And but it was in high school at 15 when I decided to do guitar. And then I never looked back. And then 3 years later, I got a scholarship to college to play classical guitar. And so that was unusual. And then I finished my program a year and a half early on classical guitar.
Okay.
So, and then after that, it was Career City. And then once I started being featured in the guitar magazines, then my career exploded, and that's that.